Happy hump day. Hey, everybody. Hey, my name is Adele Cole. I'm your holistic Lyme coach and mentor, here to share with you about Zyto scanning today. So, we're going to talk about this fascinating technology, what it is, what it might do for you. And I'm going to break down some questions I've been getting about it so that you will hopefully come away understanding more about this tool for holistic wellness that I have been loving and am now providing as a service to others as well. I just completed my Zyto scanning training, and I have a great mentorship program going where I am learning and growing and supported in providing the service every single day. And it's so wonderful to be a part of that Zyto world with my holistic practitioner friends that are doing it alongside me. So, what exactly is Zyto scanning? How does it work? And what are the benefits you might experience from it? Let's talk about it, okay? First of all, if you are catching this on any social media platform that allows you to like this video, go for it. I invite you to like it, and also share it. You are welcome to share this video with friends and family that might find this information interesting as well, because if you listen to the end, you're going to hear about a deal we have going currently. If you're catching this live in June, the month of June 2022, we are offering a really, really cool giveaway for this month for new Zyto scanning members. So if that interests you, listen to the end. I'll go over it before I close out this video. Okay, let's start with what is Zyto scanning even? Well, I showed you the gist of it. It involves this handy dandy little hand cradle and the technology of galvanic skin response or biofeedback from your body, basically. It's the same technology that lie detector testing uses, actually, which I thought was very interesting. It's not a new concept, in other words, it's been around and used for a while. All right. What else? It is not a diagnostic tool per se, but it is an information gathering tool for health and wellness purposes. And it's one of the only ways, really, that you can get this kind of a picture of what is going on within your body, health and wellness wise. Uh, which is also another point that I found very interesting. In our family, we have experienced exponential benefits from utilizing Zyto scanning for the past couple years, and we've used it on all of our family members. And I just wanted to share that this is not something I haven't personally experienced for myself, and it's actually helped me to take my healing from Lyme disease and tick-borne illnesses to a new level in a way that I couldn't have necessarily done, at least not as easily or quickly as I was able to do through utilizing information from the Zyto scan about my body and my needs. And so I'm going to get into that further. So like you're probably you're probably wondering then, okay, so how does it work? Like I said, it uses galvanic skin response. So what you do, I'll tell you exactly how it works. This hand cradle is the tool used, and it plugs into the computer, and it acts like kind of like a mouse, a computer mouse. You just put your hand on it like this. And the software from the Zyto program on the computer analyzes the galvanic skin response that you are generating on this cradle. Most people, no one that I know, feel anything at all. It's non-invasive, it's easy, accessible, and all you got to do is wait for the software to generate the data for you. So this is why I personally like utilizing Zyto scanning with a provider that can kind of help hone in on utilizing the software in conjunction with what you are personally experiencing and feeling. So everyone can scan slightly differently from each other. Obviously, results will be different, but I mean, it's kind of like choose your own adventure in the software in terms of what you look at, because you're not necessarily going to look at every single data point possible, or you would be scanning for hours and hours and getting so much information overload. You're going to go with what your body is saying and tailor your scan as you go off of how you've been feeling recently on all levels, on a holistic front. So physically, of course, but also emotionally and mentally, and any other intricacies of how you've been doing recently might come into play on your scan, which is what's really cool about it. You want the whole picture to help you navigate the software to figure out your best response in terms of what is stressing out your body and what is needed to balance your body. In the Zyto world, we have two terms, stressors and balancers, that are some of the main results you're going to get. So, hang on, I'm getting so excited. Moving too quickly through my notes. I don't want to skip anything. So let's talk next then about the benefits of Zytoscanning, because that moves into stressors and balancers. These are the results you're going to receive from utilizing this scan. It's going to tell you a little bit more about what is impacting negatively your body currently. So that could be stuff like emotional stress and physical stressors, geopathic stressors, chemical stressors, food stressors, all kinds of environmental types of stressors, allergy stressors, bacteria and viral stressors, mold and fungi stressors. So you can look, you don't necessarily end up looking at all of them in one scan, but you can choose from a variety of stressors to look at based on what you're experiencing currently in your health. Then the way that benefits you is because this system can analyze what's stressing your body out. It can then generate a list of frequency-based balancers to combat those stressors and help alleviate some of that negative impact on your body and your wellness. For example, you might see some balancers related to, well, I mentioned it as a stressor, but you might see some balancers related to food items that might actually improve how you're feeling or how you're doing with your wellness overall. You might see balancers like homeopathies and herbal solutions. You might see color therapy as a balancer, which is a great, easy way to influence, especially your brain and how your nervous system is functioning. You will also see affirmations and certain exercises or holistic health services like massage therapy, and uh, certain kinds of movement for your body, like rebounding, grounding, being outside in bare feet, grounding, earthing, um, Tai Chi, walking, aerobic activity. You might see things like that listed in your balancer categories. There are options that might come up. So that's what's really cool about it, because the benefits are you get a direct response to what your body is asking for, basically, in terms of the level of healing your body is currently dealing with. So a lot of us have health goals, myself included, where I wanted to go in and Zytoscan and be like, let's Zytoscan and fix this particular problem that I have on my mind as needing to be fixed next. But the Zytoscan might tell you, first, we need to work on this stressor in order to eventually work on this goal that you have in mind, which is what's really, I think, neat about it. It can't lie. It's going to analyze what your body is dealing with currently on a health level. So, who can use Zytoscanning then? How can we utilize this? Well, I can tell you this from personal experience. Any human can utilize Zytoscanning, and even animals. I do not personally Zytoscan animals at this point in time, but I know providers that actually do. But anything with a skin response could theoretically be scanned. So yes, adults and children both, if you're wondering in the human world what that might look like. This is a great way to figure out what's going on with kids too and what their health challenges might be. In our family, we have seen huge gut health improvements from utilizing Zyto scanning, even when it's not always gut health specific stressors and balancers. It is interesting to see how what we're dealing with on one level impacts other levels that were on my mind to be improving. We've seen improvement in mental health type stuff, emotional regulation stuff with our kids specifically, just overall immune system improvements and sleep improvements, and even some bowel and bladder habit improvements that I maybe didn't even realize were a thing until they were improved upon. So it's really a cool tool that you might not even know you're missing out on until you see how it can impact your health and wellness. All right. So, final question I wanted to answer is, what should you expect during a scan? I've kind of gone over that a little bit, but the quick rundown is you would sit down with me or another Zyto practitioner, but I am up and running for business, able to provide you scans now as well. You sit down with me or you'll do it remotely because it's just software based. So as long as you can get your hands on a hand cradle, and that's something I can talk about with you if you're a remote client, we can get hooked up. As long as you have the hand cradle on your computer, I've got the software on mine, we can either link up face to face in person or over Zoom. You literally will sit down with me. We'll go over a brief health history and current health concerns so that we know what we're going to look at a little bit more specifically on the scan. You'll stick your hand on the cradle when I tell you to, and you'll just sit there and enjoy about an hour for an adult. You'll enjoy about an hour of cycling through some different Q&As and some different responses from the software, basically, that will go over as the different processes occur. So it'll scan you for a little, and then it'll bring up some stressor ideas, and then we'll scan again, and we'll hone in on some secondary stressors. We'll scan again for balancers then. So there are different sections of the scan, and your hand will be on the scanner for each of those periods of time. And at the end, you will get a list of up to, you can choose less, but you can get up to 10 balancers that you help pick out of the list recommended by the software. It will generate a much larger list, and we'll go through and you'll choose the balancers that you want to utilize in your life going forward for the next few weeks or however long you choose. And I will provide you that list electronically over email as well, so you have it with you, and you will be able to go forth and utilize those balancers to your level of comfort and to your desired outcomes. And then ideally, you would get rescanned every so often. Every month or two is great if you can. Even one scan can be beneficial, and more scans can be more beneficial. You're not going to scan every day or every week necessarily, but every month or two is like a golden zone for re-looking at, okay, what layer of healing is popping up next for you, and how do we move into that from where we were previously. So it can be a really cool Zyto journey if you want it to be, and that is what I am here to hook you up with. So if you are interested in learning more, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment here or message me directly, and we'll chat about it. No pressure. I'm happy to answer more questions. I just wanted to cover the biggest majority of the questions here for you. And we can chat more about if this is a good tool for you specifically. If you're ready to try it out and you want to schedule your scan, I've linked it below. My scheduling link is there. I scan a couple days a week, either, like I said, in person if you're local to me, or remotely. We can get you set up with that too. So jump in on it. All right. You'll find the link below. I look forward to working with you guys more to hone in on your health and wellness goals. I'm glad to add this service to what I provide for healing holistically from Lyme and tick-borne illness and beyond, because this Zyto tool can be used for anyone with any goals in mind. Cool, right? All right. Cheers to the rest of your week, and I look forward to hearing from you more about the world of Zyto. Let's go.